Hello, this is Nataraja. Welcome to the special mutual fund report. This is detailed returns analysis of equity funds, where we get to analyze the equity fund returns by various subtypes. There are 20 subtypes, and this is as on September 13th, 2024. So let us proceed with the presentation. So we had done this kind of similar report maybe a month before. So a lot of changes have come in the last 1 month. We are going to qualify those changes also. So first, let us look at the summary report. This looks very busy, but it's easy to understand. So let us take some time here to understand this summary. See, basically, there are 895 equity funds, and their returns as on September 13 were as follows: 1.79% for the week, 5.55% return for the month, 8.95% for 3 months, 23.82% for 6 months, and 40.82% for the entire year. So this is the overall summary of equity fund returns, the total 895 equity funds average returns. So that return is shown in amber here. Now, these 895 funds belong to these 20 subtypes. Let us look at each subtypes. Now, these subtypes are arranged based on their ranking. The top ranking funds are on the top, and low ranking funds are at the bottom. And what they are, let us note. The first ranking fund is consumption funds. Consumption fund, and for consumption funds returns are given here: 2.82% for the week, 7.59 for the month, 14.06% for the 3 months, 31.69% for 6 months, and 46.74% for the year. So when you compare that to the overall average returns of the equity funds, they're all above those averages. Therefore, they are shown in greens. So the one in green is more than the average return of the overall equity funds. So if it is less than that, it will be red. So the consumption funds have done well. Now let us look at their return rankings also identified here. Consumption funds have a return ranking of 1 for the week, 2 for the month, 3 for 3 months, and 3 for 6 months, and 1 year return is 9, and the overall ranking therefore comes to 1. How overall ranking has been arrived? By taking the average of these ranks and then rearranging all the rankings in the ascending order, and this one came the first. Now, we had similar report a month back. That time the ranking of these consumption funds was 2. That means there has been an improvement of ranking by 1. So that means they have become more favorable in the last 1 month. So that's what we understand here. Let us go to the second ranking fund, which is the pharma funds. They're also green in all timelines, meaning the returns are better than the overall equity funds average. Only thing is, this has slipped to a 10th ranking when it comes to the last 1 week. So there is a slowdown since last 1 week. Otherwise, 4th, 2nd, 5th, and 3rd overall ranking came to 2nd. Actually, pharma funds are first ranked last month report. So there is a slippage by 1 ranking. Next comes small cap funds. Small cap funds have done below average when it comes to the last 1 week. Otherwise, they have been above average in all other timelines. Therefore, for the last 1 week, they came in 15th ranking. So there is a concern that small cap funds may be slowing down here. Otherwise, 3rd for the month, 4th for the 3 months, 1st for 6 months, and 1 year ranking is 4th. Overall ranking is 3rd. 1 month back, the ranking was 11th. So there is a ranking gain by 8 points. So that is small cap funds. They have become more favorable. Next comes the mid cap funds. Mid cap funds are all green, have a ranking of 3rd for a week, 8th for the 1 month basis, 11th for 3 months basis, 2nd for 6 months basis, 5th for 1 year basis. Overall ranking was 4th. That is how it was 1 month back also. So overall ranking gain is nil. Next comes multi-cap funds. Multi-cap funds, again green meaning above average in all timelines, and the overall ranking came to 5th, which is same as last time, no change. Next comes technology funds. Technology funds have been green when it comes to 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months, but below average when it comes to 6 months and 1 year. So overall ranking is 6th. It used to be 14th. So there is a ranking gain by 8 points. That means technology funds have become more favorable now compared to last 1 month. Next comes large and mid cap funds. All are green and overall ranking is 7th. It used to be 10th. There is a ranking gain by 3 points. Next comes flexi cap funds. All are green except for the annual return. Annual return is below the overall funds average. Overall ranking is 8. It used to be 17. So there is a favorableness or a attractiveness by 9 points. That is flexi cap for you. Next is ESG funds. ESG funds are green when it comes to week, month, and 3 months, but red when it comes to 6 months and 1 year. Overall ranking is 9. It used to be 7. So there is a slippage by 2 points. Then thematic general, there are 119 funds. They are red for 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months, but green for 6 months and 1 year. Overall ranking is 10th. It used to be 12. So there is an improvement by 2 ranks, 2 points. Sectoral infrastructure, they have been red for week, month, and 3 months, red for green for 6 months and 1 year, and there has been a slippage here. Overall ranking is coming to overall ranking is 11. It used to be 9. So there is a slippage by 2 points. Next is ELSS funds. These are tax saving funds. Red for the week, otherwise green for 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months basis. Again red for 1 year basis. Overall ranking is 11. It used to be 15. So the improvement by 4 points. Value oriented funds, red for 1 week and 1 month, otherwise green for 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. Overall ranking is 13, and last time also 13. So no gain, no pain. Thematic dividend yield average. Thematic dividend yield funds, red for 1 week and 1 month, green for 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. Overall ranking is 14. It used to be 8 last time, so slippage by 6 points. Next, large cap funds, green in the last 1 week, otherwise red in all other timelines. A ranking of 15. It used to be 16, so there is an improvement by 1 point. Sectoral banking, green for this week. That means this week banking funds did well, above average, but below average comes to all other timelines. Overall ranking is 15, but it used to be 19. So there is a gain by 4 points. PSU funds, red for 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months, green for 6 months and 1 year. Overall ranking is 17. It used to be 3. So a huge slippage by 14 points. So PSU funds are, not doing well. Next comes MNC funds, red for 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months, green for 6 months, but again red for 1 year. Overall ranking is 18, and that is how it was last month report also. No gain, no pain. And energy funds, red for 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months, green for 1 year. Overall ranking is 19. It used to be 6. So again, a huge slippage by 13 points for energy funds. International funds, they used to be last rank last time also. They are red in all timelines, and 20th ranking this time as well as last month. No gain, no pain. So the bad news is for the energy funds and PSU funds, huge slippage in ranking, and good gain in the ranking is by small cap funds, gained by 8 points, uh, technology funds gained by 8 points, and flexi-cap funds gained by 9 points is what we can see. So, this is how we can see how the markets have changed in mutual funds since last report, which was August 10th, 2024. So this is the summary for you. When it comes to new funds investments, top 50 funds analysis we do every week is very useful for you. So I don't want you to forget the importance of that message that is given every week. So I have reattached the top 50 funds from this week's report again, because this detailed analysis should not let you lose the focus of the top 50 funds clarity. So I am revisiting it. Monthly top 50 as on September 14, or rather for the week ending September 13. You can see here there are 4 funds in green: Kotak Technology Fund, Navi Nifty IT Index Fund, Tata Nifty India Digital ETF, Bandhan Small Cap Fund. These 4 are in green, meaning they have above average return in all timelines from 1 month to 1 year, wherever the data is available. So these 4 are definitely investment worthy. There are some in amber color here, which means they have missed above average return in one timeline, or in case of new funds, if there is a above average return for only 1 month, still I show it is amber because not enough data is available beyond 1 month. So for safety, I have marked it as amber. And so let us look at which are these are in amber, which are not as good as the green ones, but still can be considered for investments with some risk considerations. Are Motilal Oswal Multi-Cap Fund, which gave 11.04% return for the last 1 month. Mirae Asset Nifty IT ETF, 10.93% return for last 1 month, and 24.56% for the last 3 months. UTI Nifty IT ETF, 10.92 and 24.50. Then Nippon India Nifty IT Index Fund, 10.9 plus and 24.4. HSBC Consumption Fund, 10.69 and 15.17, but good returns for 6 months and 1 year. Tata Digital India Fund, 10.67 and 23.07. White Oak Capital Pharma and Healthcare Fund, 10.23 and 23.5. Kotak Healthcare Fund, 9.42 and 20.21. UTI Healthcare Fund, 9.16 and 23.27. So this green and amber together can be considered for fresh investments. This is by looking at the monthly top 50. Similar clarity we get by looking at annual top 50. Again, here we mark those in green if they have above average return for all timelines from 1 month to 1 year, which are Bandhan Small Cap Fund with the 10.41% return for the month, 78.54% for the year. Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund, 9.17% return for the month, 70.70% for the year. Invesco India Focused Fund, 9.16% for the month, 70.68% for the year. Franklin India Opportunities Fund, 5.48% for the month, 69.19% for the year. Motilal Oswal ELSS Tax Saver Fund, 9.38% for the month, 68.24% for the year. So those are the green. The one in amber are LICMF Infrastructure Fund, low return for last 1 month, 3.01, but 77.97% for the year. IT Small Cap Fund, 7.93% return for the month and 65.31% for the year. Quant Healthcare Fund, 8.29% for the month, 64.41% for the year. ICICI Prudential Pharma Healthcare and Diagnostics, rather PhD Fund, 8.33% for the month, 63.51% for the year. Invesco India Small Cap Fund 10.38% for the month and 62.54% for the year. So looking at the monthly top 50 and annual top 50, if there are funds which appear in both the lists, they are most favorable. Bandhan Small Cap Fund is one such. So you get more than a dozen choices here for your investment decision. So this happens every week. So it is very easy for you to make new investment decisions based on the top 50 analysis. So I am giving it here again so that you don't lose this focus while we get into more details by fund subtypes. So when we look at a fund subtype, first one is consumption fund. It doesn't mean that at the fund subtype level, whatever is green is investment worthy. It is just distinguishing within the list those funds which are above average in all timelines from 1 month to 1 year are green, and those which are above average in all timeline except for one are amber. So the investment decision is not automatic here by looking at the green color. This is just to appreciate within some fund subtype who are the leaders. So let us now look at consumption funds, which gave you 2.82% for the week, 7.59% for the year, for the month, 14.06% for the month, 3 months, 31.69% for the 6 months, 46.74% for the year, which is a bit subdued. And let us look at the green one, HSBC Consumption Fund, 10.69% for the month, 53.48% for the year. Kotak Consumption Fund, 9.14% for the month. There is no 1 year data, 43.06% for 6 months, which is very impressive. HDFC Non-Cyclical Consumer Fund, 8.93% for the month and 52.12% for the year. Grow Nifty Non-Cyclical Consumer Index Fund, 8.31% for the month and 16.88% for 3 months. No data beyond that because it's a reasonably new fund. Tata India Consumer Fund, 8.20% for the month, 48.64% for the year. So this gives you an idea of consumption funds, which are the top ranking funds within the equity funds this month. With that, we are moving to the pharma funds, which are second ranked funds. The consumption funds, there are 22 total funds available, whereas in pharma, there are 24 funds. Their returns 1.81% for the week, 7.373% for the month, 19.9 for 3 months, 30.18 for 6 months, 54.86 for the year. Not bad. The one in green are White Oak Capital Pharma and Healthcare Fund, 10.23 for the month, 38.22 for 6 months. UTI Healthcare Fund, 9.16 for 1 month, 58.39 for the year. LIC MF Healthcare Fund, 9% for the month, 57.32 for the year. Tata Nifty Mid Small Healthcare Index Fund, 8.96% for the month, 20.30 for 3 months. ITI Pharma and Healthcare Fund, 8.68 for the month, 57.19 for the year. ICICI Prudential Pharma Healthcare Diagnostic, rather PhD Fund, 8.33% for the month, 63.51 for the year. Quant Healthcare Fund, 8.29% for the month, 64.41% for the year. HDFC Pharma and Healthcare Fund, 8.91%, 19% for the month, 38.32 for the 6 months basis. Very impressive. Motilal Oswal BSE Healthcare ETF, 8% for the month and 56.17 for the year. So you have a lot of choices here and many are investment worthy. Next, we are going to small cap funds, which are ranked third. Small cap funds, there are 42 small cap funds to choose from. They gave 1.54% for the week, 7.55% for the month, 11.64 for the 3 months, 37.91% for 6 months, very impressive, 51.08% for the year. So last 6 months, they have been doing much better than previous 6 months. The one in green, Bandhan Small Cap Fund, 78.54% for the year. Invesco India Small Cap Fund, 62.54%. Axis Nifty Small Cap 50 Index Fund, 61.62%. Kotak Nifty Small Cap 50 Index Fund 61.88%. Aditya Birla Sun Life Nifty Small Cap 50 Index Fund 61.12. Tata Small Cap Fund 53.13. Mahindra Manulife Small Cap Fund 62.42%. Bank of India Small Cap Fund 50.40. The beauty of small cap funds, their returns in the last 6 months varies anywhere between 41.95 to 50.95, which is extremely impressive because on an annualized base, double this, the funds look very good. So they are still investment worthy because they have a good annual return, monthly return as well as the weekly return. So next we are going to mid-cap funds. Mid-cap funds, there are 50 funds totally. They gave 2.25% for the week, 5.9% for the month, 9.48 for 3 months, 33.12% for 6 months, good, and 50.63% for the year. The one in green are Motilal Oswal Mid-Cap Fund, 70.7% for the year. UNESCO India Mid-Cap Funds, 59.45%. Sundaram Mid-Cap Fund, 56.34%. White Oak Capital Mid-Cap Fund, 52.56%. HDFC Mid-Cap Fund, 60.67%. Edelweiss Mid-Cap Fund, 61.01%. Bandhan Mid-Cap Fund, 53.47%. Nippon India Growth Fund, 52.91%. Franklin India Prima Fund, 53.66%. Mahindra Manulife Mid-Cap Fund, 56.79%. Again, if you look at 6 months returns, they are anywhere between 34 point something to all the way up to 42.98, very impressive. And monthly returns are anywhere between 9.17 to 6.07. So good returns when it comes to mid-cap funds. With that, we are moving to multi-cap funds. There are 33 multi-cap funds. They gave weekly return of 1.89, monthly 6.31, 9.99 for 3 months, 29.60 for 6 months, and 45.91 for the year. Bit subdued for the year. The one in green are UNESCO India Multi-Cap Fund, 51.43 for the year. Axis Multi-Cap Fund, 54.97 for the year. PGM India Retirement Fund, 11.46 for 3 months. Edelweiss Multi-Cap Fund, which is 31.83 for the 6 months. So these are the multi-cap funds for you. Next, we are moving to technology funds. Technology funds, there are 27 funds. They give a whopping 2.63% for the last 1 week, 10.31% for last 1 month, very impressive, 22.80 for 3 months. After that, it is a bit subdued for 6 months and 1 year, not impressive, 21.28 and 38.87. But of late, they have been doing very well. The one in green are Kotak Technology Fund, which gave 10.92% for the month and 29.14% for 6 months. Navi Nifty IT Index Fund, 10.9 for 1 month, 24.39 for 3 months. Tata Digital India Fund, 10.67 for 1 month, 26.01 for 6 months, but subdued for the year. So you have some choices here. Next is large and mid cap funds, which is a mix of large cap as well as mid cap funds. There are 34 such funds. They gave 1.92% for the week, 5.83 with subdued for the month, and 45.04 for the year, which is subdued. There are many in the green. Motilal Oswal Large and Mid Cap Fund gave 61.69% for the year. UNESCO India Large and Mid Cap Fund, 59.45%. Bandhan Core Equity Fund, 57.70%. Baroda BNP Paribas Large and Mid Cap Fund, 49.56% for the year. UTI Large and Mid Cap Fund, 49.60%. ICICI Prudential BSE Mid Cap Select ETF, 55.36% for the year. Bajaj Finserv Large and Mid Cap Fund, 28.03 for the 6 months. So the impressiveness is 6 months return here, more than the 1 year return. Next, we are looking at flexi-cap funds. Now, flexi-cap funds, there are more than 50 funds. So we are looking at only the top 50 funds, which we have done good for the last 1 week, 2.21%, 6.97 for the month, 11.04 for the 3 months, 26.58 for 6 months, but bit subdued for 1 year, 41.37%. The one in green, Motilal Oswal flexi-cap fund, 58.93% for the year. Bandhan focused equity fund, 45.38%, not impressive. UNESCO India focused fund, 70.68%, pretty impressive. UNESCO India flexi-cap fund, 55.95% for the year. Old Bridge focused equity fund, 35.77% for 6 months. Trust MF flexi-cap fund, 11.94% for 3 months. DSP focus fund, 43.65% for the year. But 6 months basis return are all good for the ones that are marked in the green here. Next, we are moving to ESG funds. There are only 10 such funds. Their returns are 1.97 for the week, 6.32 for the month, 11.45 for 3 months, 22.98 for 6 months, 37.90 for 1 year. 6 months and 1 year returns are not that impressive. The one in green, Aditya Birla Sun Life ESG Integration Strategy Fund, 9.83 for the month, 38.72 for the year. ICICI Prudential ESG Exclusionary Strategy Fund, 7.93 for the month, 48.72 for the year. UNESCO India ESG Integration Strategy Fund, 6.81 for the month and 39.52 for the year. Not much to talk about. Next, we are going to thematic general funds. More than 50 funds are there. Only top 50 monthly are shown here with the 2.08% for the week, 6.73 for the month, 11.12 for 3 months, 28.83 for 6 months, 42.06 for the year, which is subdued. The one in green are DSP Nifty Small Cap 250 Quality Index 50 Index Fund, 9.75 for the month, 42.93 for 6 months. Very impressive. White Oak Capital Special Opportunities Fund, 9.2 for the month, 14.5 for 3 months. Bandhan Innovation Fund, 9.03 for the month, 18.58 for 3 months. Union Innovation and Opportunities Fund, 8.1 for the month, 46.28 for the year. Quant Business Cycle Fund, 7.51 for the month, 62.24 for the year. UTI Innovation Fund, 7.03 for the month, 34.19 for 6 months. Baroda BNP Paribas Innovation Fund, 6.96 for the month, 31.84 for 6 months. Next comes the infrastructure funds, which have not been doing well lately. There are 22 total. 1.61 weekly return is not bad, but monthly return is not good, 3.7 only. 3 months return also subdued, 4.55, but 6 months return is good, 31.05, and annual return also is not bad. Average is 58.72. None of the funds are in green. There has been churn out in leadership here. So there are only some in amber, and all of them have subdued returns on a monthly basis, but there has been slightly recovery in the weekly basis. So hopefully we'll have better news ahead. Next comes ELSS funds. They are tax saving funds. Now ELSS funds gave 1.83 for the week, 6.3 for the month, 9.57 for 3 months, 25.77 for 6 months, and 39.39, which subdued for the year. The one in green, Motilal Oswal ELSS Tax Saver Fund, gave 9.38 for the month, 68.24 for the year. Not bad for a tax saving fund. SBI Long Term Advantage Fund Series 5, 8.05 for the month, 51.97 for the month, for the year, sorry. White Oak Capital ELSS Tax Saver Fund, 7.45 for the month, 45.12 for the year. UNESCO India ELSS Tax Saver Fund, 7.2 for the month, 45.16 for the year. HSBC Tax Saver Equity Fund, 2.15 for the week, 7.15 for the month, 43.69% for the year. Baroda BNP Paribas ELSS Tax Saver Fund, 7.11 for the month, 45.70 for the year. SBI Long Term Advantage Fund Series 6, 6.82 for the month and 42.28. So that is ELSS funds for you. Next is value oriented funds. There are 32 funds. Average return weekly basis 1.34, monthly basis 5.11, 3 months 9.66, 6 months 23.94, and 6 months 48.03. Only two in green. Invesco India Contra Fund 1.23 for the month, 52.19 for the year. Nippon India Value Fund 6.44 for the month and 54.60 for the year. Next comes dividend yield funds. There are only 10 funds. Subdued 1.09 for the week, 4.38 again subdued for the month, 9.65 for 3 months, 24.31 for 6 months, 47.88 for 1 year. Only one is in green, LICMF dividend yield fund, which gave 6.43 for the month and 61.26 for the year. Next, we are discussing here large cap funds. There are more than 50 funds here, so only the monthly top 50 are given. 1.94% for the week, 6.04% for the month, 9.67 for 3 months, 23.15 for 6 months, 43.91. The one in green are Motilal Oswal large cap fund, 7.81% for the month, 30.41 for 6 months, impressive. Kotak Nifty 100 low volatility 30 index fund, 6.81 for 1 month, 12.45 for 3 months. Next comes the banking funds. Banking funds, there are more than 50 funds, only monthly top 50 are given. They did well in the last 1 week, but bit subdued for 1 month, 5.68. Very bad for 3 months and 6 months and 1 year basis. So off late, they are doing better, especially since last 1 week. There are a lot in green. ICICI Prudential Nifty Financial Services X-Bank ETF 12.54 for the month. Kotak Nifty Financial Services X-Bank Index Fund 12.53 for the month. Motilal Oswal BSC Financials X-Banks 30 Index Fund 10.90 for the month. Bandhan Financial Services Fund 8.64% for the month. White Oak Capital Banking and Financial Services 7.85%. DSP Banking Financial Services Fund 7.71. Tata Banking and Financial Services Fund 7.44. Aditya Birla Sun Life Banking and Financial Services Fund 7.37. HDFC Banking and Financial Services Fund 7.22%. Invesco India Financial Services Fund 7.04%. Nippon India Banking and Financial Services Fund 6.99. Sundaram Financial Services Opportunities Fund 6.81%. Tata Nifty Financial Services Index Fund 6.09%. Mirae Asset Banking and Financial Services Fund 5.96%. Kotak Banking and Financial Services Fund 5.86%. I didn't read the other timelines because they're not that impressive. Next comes the PSU funds. 8 such funds are there. They didn't do well. Negative returns for the last 1 week, negative return for the last 1 month, very subdued 3 months return of 2.31%, though there is reasonable return on a 6 months and 1 year. But off late, they are not doing well. Only one in green, which is Quant PSU fund, which gave negative return for the week, just above 0 return for the month, and 3 months return also subdued, though 6 months return is looking good. So PSU funds stay away for some more time until recovery is confirmed. MNC funds, again, there are 6 funds. 1.59 for the week is not bad, but subdued otherwise. Only one in green, UTI MNC fund, which gave 1.89% for the week, 4.55 for the month is subdued. So next we are going to energy funds. There are 4 funds. They are not doing well. None of them in green or in amber. Negative return for the week, very low return for the month, and 3 months basis. So there is nothing much to talk about when it comes to energy funds. Finally, we are coming to the international funds. There are more than 50 funds, so monthly top 50 are given. 1.6% for the week is not bad. 4.99 for the month is subdued. 2.76 for 3 months is not good. 7.03% for the 6 months is not good. 22.15 annual return also is not good. The one in green are PGIM India Global Select Real Estate Securities FOF, 7.98% for the month. DSP World Gold FOF, 6.8%. for the month. Invesco India, Invesco Global Equity Income FOF 5.7%. Kotak Global Innovation FOF 5.67%. So there is nothing much to talk about here from an investment perspective. So with that, we have looked at all 20 subtypes funds in the equity funds. You have a clarity as to which particular type of funds are doing well and which are not doing so well. So, but please look at the weekly top 50 analysis for your fresh investment decisions. This is just to get a feel as within the equity space, what type of equity funds are doing better than the other. And in last 1 month, what kind of changes have come. So hope you find this analysis useful. Standard disclaimer, this is neither a solicitation or a recommendation for investments. It's only insight to help your investment decisions. You are responsible for your own decisions here. I usually publish the blogs about this kind of analysis first at Nax Fund Corner. The video follows for those who are not enjoying to read, so they can listen to this video. You are most welcome to join our WhatsApp group, which is focused primarily on all investment opportunities, including day trading and short-term trading. Otherwise, you can see my bulletins in any of the social network platforms as shown here. So with that, I am coming to the close of this analysis. I hope you found this very insightful. You will see this type of detailed analysis of equity funds next month. So until then, have a good one. See you next time with better reports. Thank you. Bye.